Hi, I just popping in to share an experience that I had last Friday taking my car for some service at a local auto mechanic here in town. Now, I won't go big time into the whole story, but the essence of it is I was surprised to be met with a whole big rampage of sympathetic activation in this owner's nervous system, where he was frustrated, overwhelmed, and just pushing that all onto me. And that is the way it is. And what was so surprising to me was my awareness of the real shift that has happened in my nervous system from having a conditioned threat response around that, where my nervous system would go into a big overactivation, into a freeze response. That's my dominant place to go, has been for 60 years, to shut down, to withdraw in the face of that kind of energy, to go into the people pleasing, placating kind of survival response. And so on Friday, I was so delightfully shocked to feel my system moving into a different pattern, a pattern that was one of staying calm and centered and really focused on my agenda, what it was that I wanted here and who I wanted to be as I pursued that agenda. So let me just share my screen here, because this is what this is our philosophy, our framework at NeftTi, where we really look at what we call the client capacity continuum. This is the missing link in the traditional approach to therapy, to coaching, healing, wellness. Is really looking at what is the current capacity of that nervous system to stay in a place of integration in their body and mind. So moving from what we call the left-hand side of the continuum, where there's very little capacity in the nervous system, very little resiliency, ability to stay present in this moment, that most of the time this system is fragmented, is oscillating between an extreme dorsal reaction to what's happening in the moment, and then the next moment into an extreme sympathetic. So for me, as I say, my conditioned pattern from early experiences was to go dorsal, to go into a freeze response, where the tension and the activation in my body is such that a disintegration between the way I'm thinking, the way I'm acting, and so on and so on. And so what we help people do is actually to move across this client capacity continuum eventually, and this is not an overnight fix, but eventually moving into a place where they can hold the energy of social engagement, of ventral dominance, the emotional experience of that being calmness, connection, curiosity, creativity, a real ability to stay centered in this present moment. And that's what my experience was like at the auto mechanic, whereas previously I would have been very reactive. That would have taken me some time to actually calm down around it, to calm my amygdala around it. I probably would have been regurgitating in my mind and thinking through, well, what could I have done? What could I have said? And just really delighted that I could hold this sense of internal safety, even in the face of that energy coming toward me, and actually even to, from that place of internal safety, not being threatened, to actually offer the other human being some graciousness and some compassion for what had led to his behavior being what it is. So I invite you to read the blog post that goes along with this video, and to check us out here at NeftTi, and have a look at this client capacity continuum. Take good care.